Welcome back to another 40 Runners, folks. Got a cool one for you today. As you can see in the thumbnail, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a cool DIY silhouette like this one. And I'm going to show you why this is going to be the best one and the best way to do your crow silhouettes this year, and how you're going to fool some crows out in the field. Let's get into it. So the materials you're going to need: some clothespins, some zip ties, some wood dowels, some glue, a hot glue gun. Most people use just regular cardboard and spray paint it, but I was able to find some black foam board that's very rigid, and it's already black, so less painting, less work you got to do in order to make these crow silhouettes. And don't forget a Sharpie. The only thing I use regular cardboard for, drawing these crow silhouettes as templates to use with our blackboard. So I got 3 different position crows. Here's number 1, standing crow. He's just kind of looking off to the side. Don't judge my artistic skills. I don't think the crows will. And then this is a sitting crow. Like, you'd put this up in the tree, and that's why we actually have the zip ties. This is actually going to be zip tied to a tree, and you always want some crows sitting in the tree in your setup. And then the last and not least is just another standing crow. It could be put on the stake standing, and then I either or could shift it so it looks like a feeding crow. But those are our 3 crow silhouette shapes that we're going to be cutting out of this black foam board. Crow number 1, we're going to start cutting him out. I want to be able to fit 3 on a sheet so that I have 6 silhouette decoys total. Here's number 1. They're pretty equal in in size. I mean, we got this that Cabela's decoy I paid money for, and like I said, this one's flocked in 3D and comes with a stake and everything, but very similar in size, both of these. So we're pretty spot on with our drawing so far. I can already tell, but we are definitely gonna get 3 out of a sheet. Oh yeah. I mean, with room to spare. I'm just going to spread them out like that, probably. Alright. I'm going to draw these silhouettes up, and we're going to get to cutting the foam board. I think I might have made the head a little too big on this one, but it's going to work still. By the time a crow realizes, I'm hoping that I'm shooting at him. There we go. We're gonna get in, and we're gonna start chopping this up. We're gonna take this to the floor, and I'm gonna cut it with a razor. It's gonna go a lot easier. Alright, this kind of looks like trash, so I'm not gonna bore you with the process of cutting out these silhouettes. So yeah, it's gonna go pretty quick. Alright, just like that, we got our crow silhouettes. We got all 3 of our different shape silhouettes cut out of the foam board, which honestly would have gone a lot quicker and cleaner if I had a sharper razor, like an X-Acto knife or just like a cardboard box tool. But I had an old dull knife that my grandpa had given me, and yeah, I made good use of it. I'm pretty happy with how these turned out. And we're going to move on to the next step. So you're going to take your dowels, and these, we're going to spray paint them quick. And yeah, we're just going to give these guys a nice little coat so they don't look the way they do. They're going to just have a nice black appearance. All right, we're gonna let that dry for a little bit. And if you guys want to save some time, probably do this as your first step. We're gonna move on to the next step that involves these clothespins. All right, the idea with the clothespins, you guys, is we're gonna glue them. I'm probably gonna do, I don't know if I'm gonna do, I'll probably do 2 just for security. And they are gonna go on here like this. And that's what we're gonna use. Our dowels are gonna, you know, they're gonna clip in here. I don't know how well this is gonna work, you guys, but I have some JB Weld. It's the plastic version. Otherwise, I have this hot glue gun. But I was gonna use this hot glue gun for something else. It's kind of a secret and kind of makes this video a little different from all the other crow silhouette videos you can look up on YouTube. This stuff, I believe you gotta squirt it onto something like this. And I think you gotta mix it up. Oh yeah, it's starting to get a little milky or white once you mix it up. And that's the 2 chemicals mixing together that makes this a very sticky solution. But this stuff, oh, it's pretty tacky already. Not too concerned about placement of these clothespins as long as they're close together like this so that they can be clipped onto the dowel. That's all I care. But this stuff's drying quick, so we're gonna slather some of that on there. Alright, and they're already sticking on there, so we just want to, while it's still pliable, line these up pretty good. And I'm just going to spread them apart a little bit. And yeah, that's what our dowel will clip onto. I'm going to go ahead and move this one off to the side. And I'm quickly just going to mix up more and do these other decoys. Alright, these dowels are going to probably need another coat, but I'm going to wait to do that. We're going to take these crows and we're going to paint the clothespins quick. Doesn't have to be perfect because, like I said, by the time they realize it, hopefully you're shooting. We're gonna let those guys dry. All right, here's the big secret, you guys. This is why I said these are gonna be the best DIY crow decoys out there, and here's why. When I was at the arts and crafts store, I came up with the idea of putting like feathers on there, and I wasn't sure if they sold that sort of a thing there, but I asked the sweet old lady that worked there if they had something. They had these like decorative feather. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take this all apart. What we're gonna be left with is just a whole bunch of feathers. I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna just kind of glue them on here. And I think that's gonna give it a pretty realistic look to these crows from a distance. I'm looking at my crow right here, and in the light, he kind of has like a shimmer to him, kind of like that oil in his feathers, you know? I'm hoping with just I'm not gonna cover the whole decoy in it, but I'm just gonna cover portions of it, and that's gonna give it a realistic look. I know, like this decoy I bought from Cabela's, they call it's flocked. So this has like it's almost like a velvety feeling to it. It's not a hard plastic. When the sun hits it, it just doesn't get an immediate glare, but it still has a realistic look. And that's what I'm hoping to achieve with these feathers. All right, we got our birds. Gonna bring all of our feathers over. Looking at these feathers, you guys, I think it's just even gonna give these a 3D look, which is great. It's gonna bulk them up a little bit. I'm gonna do a line right here, I think. And a line right here. And this stuff cools down fast, so you're gonna have to be quick with your feathers. We're just gonna take feathers and start pressing it down into the glue like so. Like I said, if you had individual feathers off Amazon, this would be so much easier. And now that I'm thinking of it, I think if I had like Gorilla Glue or something, but that's already looking sweet, you guys. Okay, this is gonna be cool. I think this is gonna be a good tail piece. We're just gonna pop that one right there. Again, nothing fancy, you guys. We're just having fun doing arts and crafts. Look how cool that's looking already. Just gives it some movement. We're gonna do one more strip in here. We just have to do both sides. I need some more glue for my hot glue gun though. Be right back. And there you go, folks. Some DIY crow silhouettes. And honestly, you could, if I had enough feathers, you could do both sides. But that's the gist of it right there. But here we go. This is a flock decoy from Cabela's. Paid, I think, 30 bucks for two, and then some shipping on top of that. And then we have our DIY crow silhouettes, which, you know, compared to some other videos I saw, these look pretty sweet with the feathers on there. Get a little bit of movement, a little bit of shimmer and sheen, but not too much as if you sprayed with gloss. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like I was saying before, the whole goal is I'm going to take these guys out crow hunting, and we're hoping to fool some crow. Hope you guys are able to make yourself some crow silhouettes like these if you don't have them yet. It's been a little bit of a fun project, and I'm happy I did it, and I'm going to be excited to use these guys in the field. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you haven't, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one, where we take out these silhouettes and shoot some crow.